Spirit, number 1, Jared Crockett.
Live from Dean Harvey Field on the campus of Vanguard University, the GSAC Championship Series here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the Vanguard Sports Network. I'm Mike Zepeda. I will be joined by Jeff Stoynoff shortly, coming in remote. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the word, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You can also catch this game on the Vanguard University website. We are set and ready to go. It'll be Jared Crockett leading things off. He'll be facing Justin Graves. We are set and ready to go. Crockett coming in on a tear at the top of the order for OUAZ, the Spirit. Started off with the ball 1-0. Graves into the line, delivers, swing and a miss. Strike one. Graves, an all-conference selection in the GSAC. Strike two, a beauty. 1-2 now on Crockett, swing and a miss, strike three. And a good start for Justin Graves.
Now for the Spirit, number 7, Ben Lewis.
See there, elevates the fastball, swing and a miss. One down. Batter will be Ben Lewis. He'll be followed by Adrian Salazar for OUAZ. Graves delivers a strike, 0-1. That one hit through the third base hole. That gets past Chad Sutton. And Lewis on for a one-out single. So that'll bring up Salazar.
Now batting number 2, Adrian Salazar.
Jeff, are you with us?
Can you hear me, Mike?
Jeff, I can hear you.
Oh, good. I'm just enjoying the golden pipes. I haven't had the opportunity in quite a while. You stay so busy with your production and direction duties.
Hey, I appreciate it. That one fouled off quickly in a hole is Salazar 0-2. Lewis on first with a one-out single. Jeff Stoynoff will take the reins.
Left-hander Gabe Johnson working from the stretch with Lewis at first. And one down, we're just underway. Ground ball to short, could be two, over to second for one. And the relay in time, 6-4-3. And the side retired, no runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Through half an inning. Just underway in the Golden State Athletic Conference Baseball Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Hey, Mike, I only have the center field shot on both of my screens.
Jeff, hold on just 1 second here.
I did it, it's not working.
Jeff, stand by just one moment. Everyone, you are watching the GSAC Championship Series for baseball here from Vanguard University. Headed to the bottom of the first inning. Vanguard due up to bat.
Who is that pitching? Because I have, Matthew Wilmot. for Arizona.
Gage Johnson on the mound for OUAZ. It was Justin Graves for Vanguard, just to clarify.
So I have Justin Graves starting for Vanguard and Gage Johnson.
That's affirmative.
So on my OUAZ roster, I've got Matthew Wilmot as number 21. But okay, so OUAZ has Gage Johnson on the mound.
Gage Johnson is on the mound. That's correct.
Okay, I hope my whole roster isn't wrong.
There are some changes to the rosters, and I will make adjustments accordingly.
So it's Gage Johnson.
That's affirmative.
Right now.
Yes, that's correct. It'll be Travis Aversa leading things off for Vanguard and the Lions.
Now the line number 33, Travis Aversa.
Bottom of the first from Vanguard University, the GSAC Baseball Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. For those who might not be familiar, this is a best-of-3 series between the two teams, with the winner earning a spot into the NAIA tournament, the regionals taking place in a little less than 2 weeks. No balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter, Travis Aversa. And certainly for OUAZ, the automatic berth very much in play. They come in with a record of 20-21 as Johnson goes to the slider and gets it over for strike two quickly. No balls and 2 strikes on Aversa. So they absolutely need to win this series to keep their season going. Vanguard comes in the top 10 in the NAIA, ranked at number 9. And so they are almost certainly on to the tournament no matter the result here. Nonetheless, a victory here can only help their standing and further solidify their place. Pop to third, and Thomas under it for out number 1.
Number 3, Landon Riker.
So 1 down for Johnson. That'll bring up Landon Riker.
Jeff said your mic is live.
Trying to set some of the defense for you here, and we were getting ourselves together as the game was getting underway. So Mike will correct me if some of these are slightly off, but I believe I am. Johnson kicks and delivers that one at the knees for a strike. A ball and a strike now on Landon Riker. Tristan Thomas at third, Adrian Salazar at short, Kobe Tinsley at second, Jordan Hollins at first, Dion Reese behind the plate, and Gage Johnson ready. Here's the 1-1. Chopper to short. Salazar. High throw, and it gets away. So Riker will be safe at first, and for Salazar, who's usually incredibly smooth and dependable in the field, he's got all kinds of time here and just uncorks it.
Maybe too much time.
So a throwing error gives Vanguard a base runner. Certainly this is the kind of lineup you don't want to be giving extra outs. Nonetheless, a man on with 1 down, and that'll bring up Aki Buxton.
All conference selection
on Gage Johnson in just a moment. First pitch to Buxton, who stands in 13 home runs on the season, and that highlights something that will certainly come up, and that is a matchup between Johnson, who in 68 1/3 innings has allowed just 2 home runs on the season, and a Vanguard lineup that had 73 home runs as a team on the season. And certainly the winner of that battle is going to inform greatly on the result here in game 1. Big swing, chopper back toward the mound. Johnson will have to go to first, and does, to get Buxton. On the play, Riker able to advance to second. 2 down. And that'll bring up Joe Johnson. Johnson, the left-hander, digs in. And the pitch from Johnson. The Johnson and Johnson matchup. No balls and a strike.
Joe Johnson, a Gold Glove selection in the GSAC.
Yeah, those just announced within the last day or so. And Johnson,
yeah, this morning went official.
Been so dependable at first base all season. No balls and a strike. A wave and a miss. And as Gage Johnson takes a little something off. Johnson on the season comes in with a record of 6-2, an ERA of 2.37 in 68 1/3 innings of work. He'll have his hands full with a very tough Vanguard lineup. Fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes on Johnson. Joe Johnson comes in batting .319. 10 home runs, 43 runs batted in. Riker at second with 2 down. Slow chopper. This could be trouble. Johnson's going to be able to leg it out. Be an infield hit for Joe Johnson. Only one who's got a shot there is going to be Gage Johnson off the mound.
Number 9, Omar Ortiz.
And that's one a little trouble. And once it gets by Gage Johnson, no chance. You got runners at the corners now with 2 down on the infield hit by Joe Johnson. Well, you don't always have to knock the cover off the ball to keep the inning going. And Johnson aboard. 2 on, 2 out. That'll bring up Omar Ortiz. Ortiz comes in batting .344. 11 home runs, 47 runs batted in. First pitch swinging. Bouncing ball to second. They'll go the short way. And OUAZ out of the inning. Vanguard threatens but comes up empty. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. We're through 1. Vanguard and Ottawa University, Arizona. Scoreless here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike, is there any way you can change my shot on the Acer?
Now for that, number 27, Elijah Saleo.
Elijah Saleo will lead things off in the top of the second against Justin Graves. Left-hander gets the start here in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series for the GSAC Championship here in 2021. 1 ball and no strikes. Graves winds and delivers outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Trying to give you some numbers on Justin Graves, who comes in with a record of 7-1, an ERA of 3.44, and 65 and a third innings. 2-0 pitch to Celaya, in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike on Celaya, to be followed by Thomas and Tarver here in the top of the second. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 on Celaya, who comes in batting .331. A home run, 17 runs batted in. And
3-2.
Excuse me, 3-2. It's a stark contrast in some ways between these lineups when you talk about the 73 home runs versus 12 as a team, but both teams hit over 300 overall as a team. So have no doubt that both these teams can string together some hits and put some runs on the board.
Now for bat number 9.
I did
And
not
as
miss
such,
by
it's
much.
a tough assignment for both
Wow.
pitchers. So Celaya aboard. With the leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Tristan Thomas. An interesting story, Thomas, for OUAZ, a guy that was not even available until March 19th, when they were finally able to get him certified, get him out on the field. And Coach Tim Montez was effusive in his praise and talked about the gritty approach from Tristan Thomas, but also the fact that he really solidified that third base position, which had been a bit of a revolving door early in the season, and he has really taken over that third base spot and made it his own. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Thomas on the season appeared in just 19 games, .373, with 4 home runs. Excuse me, 2 home runs. And he has come in and swung the bat well and simply not stopped. So a ball and a strike. Celaya aboard the leadoff walk, and we'll try to set some of the defense for you for Vanguard. Aki Buxton in left. Landon Riker in center. Grady Connor in right. Fly ball deep center field, but the park will hold it just in front of the track, and Riker able to track it down for out number 1.
For the Spirit, number 16, Nathan Tarver.
Tarver, the DH.
Thomas with the deep fly out, and that'll bring up Nathan Tarver. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
Just getting the graphic up there. That way you can set the lineup there for you, the defense. I know we were a little off kilter early on.
I'm all over the place here.
That's all right.
Got a few other things too. 347 on the season for Tarver, 4 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Tried to hold up, but he went around. No balls and a strike. And for Graves, he will work a lot off a fastball and a slider. The slider, the big pitch for him. That's his plus pitch. Wave and a miss, no balls and 2 strikes. So let's see how he elects to work to Tarver, who's in a hole with 1 down. On the infield, Chad Sutton at third, Travis Aversa at short, Matt Land at second, and Joe Johnson at first. Back to the slider, swing and a miss, or did he get a piece? Nope.
He's out.
Strike 3.
Number 25,
The second
Jordan
strikeout
Hall.
for Graves on the day as he gets Tarver, and that'll bring up Jordan Hollins.
Go back to the sequence for Graves. Steady dose of off speed.
Hollins batting .315 on the season, a home run, 19 runs batted in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Jordan Hollins. He had a cut. 1 ball and 1 strike. And See Graves quite comfortable working primarily off the breaking stuff, seeing a lot of the slider early on. Don't expect that to change. He started the season 7-0, suffered his first loss of the season in his last outing. So he has had an outstanding campaign here in 2021 as that one is fouled back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hollins. Vanguard came in with a record of 35-13 on the season. That's their second best season in school history. Back in 2016, they won 40 games, but with 17 losses. So by my count, Mike, their winning percentage this year is the highest in school history at 35-13. On the ground to short, Aversa charges on the run, and he's got time and gets Hollins. Leadoff walk goes nowhere. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the second inning, it'll be Matt Land, Grady Connor, and Luke Arias against left-hander Gage Johnson. No score. Game 1, best of 3. Here for the GSAC Championship in 2021. A guaranteed spot in the tournament. Moving forward in a little less than 2 weeks. 1 ball and no strikes. On Land. Matt Land coming in, batting .280. 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. High for ball 3, and Land way out in front. Land out of Eugene, Oregon. And he's had some offers. D1 already. Draws a leadoff walk here. And a guy who was described as spark plug, gritty guy for this Vanguard team, and appropriate that he would lead off an inning and get on base. See if that can get something going for the Lions. Here in the bottom of the second, a scoreless game. So Land aboard, and that'll bring up Grady Connor. There is the left-hander, Connor. And Mike, my screen froze just for a moment. Is it 1-0?
Gotcha. 0-1. 0-1. Stoy. Looks like we've lost Jeff Stoynoff. 0-2, quick throw back to first. 0-2. That one fouled back. And Grady stays alive. This one hit in the outfield. And this will be a single, first and second, nobody out. And here comes Luke Arias.
And Luke Arias.
So Johnson in some trouble here. As Arias will come to bat in a prime position. Man in scoring position, first and second, nobody out. Bottom of the second. Arias with a beauty of a bunt, going to advance the runners. Throw over in time, but second and third now, one out.
Now coming back for the Lions.
Here comes Chad Sutton. Sutton started off the ball in the dirt, 1-0. And for the time being, it looks like we've lost Jeff Stoynoff, our remote broadcaster here today. That one flied out to right field. This should be deep enough to tag. And Vanguard will strike first blood.
Now coming in play for the Vanguard, number 33, Travis.
That'll bring up the top of the order, Travis Aversa. Aversa, 300-plus hitter this season for the Lions. We're broadcasting live from Dean Harvey Field on the campus of Vanguard University. The GSAC Championship Series. We're in SoCalCollegeSports.com. Two gone. Runner at third. Aversa laces one into center field. An RBI single. This one's going to get past center field. Aversa thinking three. I wonder how this is going to be scored. Aversa, an RBI triple at the moment. Let's see if this is going to be extra bases or ruled a two-base error. Just a terrific approach from Aversa.
Now stepping to the plate, number 3.
Sends it into center. 2-0 Vanguard on top. Well, Johnson led two runners aboard, first and second to start the inning off. Sack bunt to move over the runners. Sack fly to start things off in the scoring column for the Lions, and now Aversa with an RBI. Swing and a miss. Riker, the batter. That one popped up, foul. So Riker quickly in a hold at 0-2. Versa at third, 2 gone. Bottom of the second, and the Lions have struck first blood here. The opening game of the GSAC 2021 Championship Baseball Series. That one jams Riker. Johnson gonna leg it out to first. He'll get there in time. But 2 on the board for the Lions. And Versa getting things started off. We'll go back to the replay of the RBI hit. And that was ruled a 2-base error. So a single, and then it looks like that was misplayed in center field by Celaya. And that is, it's just a tough break in terms of the bounce that that ball took. Celaya, a Gold Glove winner in the conference for the GSAC. So a couple uncharacteristic plays in the field for OUAZ have resulted in some prime opportunities. For Vanguard, they have taken advantage. They lead it 2-0. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Reese, the batter, will lead things off for the Spirit as they trail it 2-0 in the top of the third. One and one. Graves, all conference selection in the GSAC. Wines delivers that one, roped into right field. Leadoff man aboard in the top of the third for the Spirit. OUAZ looking to strike back.
Number 11, Obi Tinsley.
That'll bring up the second baseman Tinsley. Kobe. There you see Tinsley in the box looking to lay down the bunt. One 1-0 from Graves. That one laid down. Could be trouble. Johnson sure-handed over to first in time. Sacrifice successful. He's now a runner at second for OUAZ. And here comes Crockett, hitting just under 400 coming in for OUAZ. Crockett also a Gold Glove selection in the GSAC. The man in scoring position, Crockett takes ball one. Looking to get Jeff Stoynoff back on the call. He is operating the scoreboard remotely. That ball away, 2-0. From Graves. That one outside for a strike. 2-1. Great location from Graves as the ball crosses the outer half of the plate. 2-1. Graves delivers, and that one into left field. That could be trouble. That is going to drop in for a hit. They'll hold the runner. First and third, one out. And now OUAZ with something brewing here in the top of the third. We'll bring up Lewis. Ben Lewis, the man at third, one gone. Oh, it's a double play ball that got the Lions out of inning number one. Sure use one right here. It's Graves checks the runners. Delivers, and that one over to third. In time. Double play! Well, asking you shall receive. Graves induces a ground ball over to third. Able to turn it. Oh man, that was bang bang. Ball in the glove there. And the Lions come away unscathed in the top of the third. Head to the bottom half of the third inning. 2-0 Vanguard looking to pile it on. There you see the all-conference selection, Aki Buxton. Now batting for the Lions, up 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. Game one of the GSAC Championship Baseball Series here from Dean Harvey Field on the campus of Vanguard University. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, when we can get him, with you on today's coverage. Gage Johnson in a hole 2-0 now. mound. That one outside, ball 3. Didn't miss by much, did it? Go back and look. Johnson trying to nibble. Buxton not biting. 3-0 in there for strike 1. Johnson delivers. Buxton takes that one into right field. That one carrying, but playable. Lewis brings it in for out number 1.
Now batting for Vanguard, number 7.
Buxton, Joe Johnson, and Ortiz up to bat this inning for the Lions. Johnson a Gold Glove selection in the GSAC. The short-handed first baseman for the Lions. Swing and a miss as Johnson takes something off it. There you see Joe. 1-1, 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd. Johnson, just foul. An absolute rope. That one had triple written all over it if it stays fair, but just foul. So 1-2. Johnson steps in. Johnson on Johnson, and that one nearly hit Joe. 2-2 now. Have a ball change. Lions 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. 2 errors in the field for OUAZ. That one inside as well from Johnson. And you wonder if is he going to try to nibble on the outer half against the lefty hitting Johnson. Count full. Comes payoff pitch. That one inside again, so 3 in a row inside. And that puts Johnson on with a 1-out walk.
Now batting,
Johnson.
9,
Now here
Ortiz.
comes Omar Ortiz. DH today. Ortiz, another all-conference selection for the Vanguard Lions. To bat now. Steps in. Because Tim Montez is going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher. We'll have a break in the action. 2-0 Vanguard on top of OUAZ. Conversation over. Johnson We'll throw over to first. Seems uncomfortable up there for whatever reason. Man on first, 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. That one thrown away from Johnson. And Joe Johnson is going to head to 3rd on the throwing error. This one just gets away from Gage, and all sorts of disarray for OUAZ. 3rd error of the game. It's a team that had 2 selections in the field for Gold Gloves. And now 3 errors already, one of them committed by one of those Gold Glove selections in center field, and that was a 2-base error to Aversa. RBI single that made it 2-0. Back in the bottom of the 2nd. And that one bounced. Have a play at the plate. And scoring will be Johnson. Pass ball, and that was a wild pitch and a wild throw from the catcher. And Reese having trouble with that one. 3-0 now. Vanguard in control. Game 1. And Ortiz delivers. Nice approach from the all-conference selection. Ortiz with a 1-out single. Bring up Matt Land. You see the lefty Land. Ball inside. Ball 1. And there is activity in the bullpen for OUAZ. Now, don't know if there's perhaps an issue with the availability of the all-conference pitcher selection, Anthony Quattrochi. And we'd hate to speculate here. He wasn't slated to start game 1. That went to Gage Johnson. But in receiving his award for all-conference selection, he was in his street clothes. So I wonder, is his availability not such for game 2? That one in time. Well, 2 double plays on the day for Vanguard. And now 1 for OUAZ as they get out of the bottom of the 3rd. The throwing error, a pass ball, and a 3-0 lead for Vanguard. We head to the 4th. It'll be Salazar, Celaya, and Thomas due up this inning. Top of the fourth. Vanguard up 3-0. Justin Graves, all-conference selection for the Lions, cruising along here on SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage of the GSAC Championship Series between Vanguard and OUAZ. That ball inside. 2-0. Graves. That went outside, so well, it was Gage with some control issues in the second and the third, and now Graves behind 3-0. It's a 4-pitch walk for Adrian Salazar, and here comes Celaya.
Now batting number 27, Elijah Celaya.
And Elijah with an opportunity here in the top of the fourth to maybe get something brewing for the Spirit. See Graves. 5 straight balls now from Justin Graves. Well, it was a double play ball, a close bang-bang play that got Graves out of the last inning. They do come away unscathed in the top of the third when OUAZ was in prime position to at least get on the scoreboard. And now Graves with 5 straight balls. First walking Salazar, now the first ball to Celaya. And Arias is going to come out and have a conversation. It's a great job by Arias, just coming out, settling down his pitcher. 1-0. Graves, throw over. And we saw this from Johnson, who was a little uneasy on the mound. Couple throwovers to get his bearings. That one outside now. 6 straight balls from Justin Graves. 2-0 on Elijah Celaya. Vanguard in a pretty good spot right now. Up 3-0. I can quickly go away. That ball high. Didn't miss by much, but looked to be the correct call. Let's look at it again. Yeah, just not enough drop on it. And Graves now behind 3-0. 7 straight balls. We're going to have a conversation between the umpire and the dugout for OUAZ. They're fired up. Maybe he heard something that was inappropriate from the dugout. And OUAZ receives a warning. 3-0. High ball 4. 8 straight balls from Justin Graves. First and second, nobody out, top of the fourth. And the Spirit a chance to come alive here. And scratch one across. We'll have a visit to the mound. Break in the action. We'll take a break ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Mound visit is over. First and second, nobody out. Salazar at second, Salai at first. Here comes Thomas, third baseman for OUAZ. Graves. I wonder what approach Thomas is going to have. And bat stays on the shoulder, make him throw a strike. That one in the dirt. 10 straight balls now from Justin Graves. Arias with a visit, a mound visit that went a little bit long. You wonder if there's activity in the bullpen for Vanguard. We'll try to get a mention of that here for you. That one in there for a strike, so that breaks the streak. They'll bring up the first baseman, Hollins. Jordan, swing and a miss, strike one. That one inside. That call. That was almost a pitch out, it looked like. He comes off the bag. And let's see if we have. Comes off here. He's off here. He's tagged, and that's the correct call. Tough play. Tough call. But the Vanguard Lions again come away unscathed in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom half, 3-0. The Lions on top of OUAZ here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Grady Connor will lead things off. It'll be Connor, Arias, and Sutton due up this inning for the Lions. Started off 0-1. That one in there called strike two, so Connor in a quick hole. Beauty off-speed pitch there from Gage Johnson. That one popped up. Playable. Hollins will call Johnson off and record out number one here in the bottom of the fourth. Arias, now your batter. Johnson starts off Arias with the ball, 1-0. Well, scoreless first for both teams, but then the Lions get a couple across the bottom of the second. An error and a pass ball. Another one in the bottom of the third, and here we are 3-0. Graves with some trouble in the third and the fourth, but able to get out of both jams and still pitching a shutout here in Game 1 of the GSAC Championship Series from Dean Harvey Field on the campus of Vanguard University. That ball outside. And now Johnson with a 4-pitch walk.
22, Chad Sutton.
They'll bring up Chad Sutton with a man on. Sutton digs in from the right side. There's Chad. Snap throw over to first in time. Well, let's watch it here on the replay. We'll have a pretty good shot of it. And he is absolutely out on the replay. That's just a great job on the throw from Reese. So the base runner race, 2 gone here, bottom of the 4th. Sutton now working with the bases empty. Aversa on deck, should Sutton reach. One fouled off. 1-2. Would like to give a heads up to everybody. We are having some issues with the internet here at the field, so we apologize again. That could be trouble, but not really. As Lewis able to handle it for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the 5th. 3-0 Vanguard on top. Game 1, GSAC Championship Baseball Series from Vanguard. Hollins, Reese, and Tinsley. Justin Graves working on a shutout, but he has had some difficulties with control. Starts off Hollins with the ball, 1-0. We'll see if Graves can get that dialed back in. That one over to Sutton. Long throw over to first in time to get Hollins. One gone, top of the fifth.
Stepping to the plate, number 3, Dion Reese.
So Dion Reese, the catcher, now up for OUAZ. Graves, another ball to start off this at bat. One 0 outside. We'll see if we can get you a shot at the bullpen here. The 2-0 in there, strike one. No doubter from Graves. That ball high. Right, now 3-1. Doubleheader here today. Win 2 and it's over. That one popped up. Playable. At first for Joe Johnson, he puts it away.
Now stepping to the plate for the Spirit.
Two gone.
11, Kobe Tinsley.
Kobe Tinsley, now your batter. Graves from the wind, delivers ball one. Two gone, top of the fifth. Kobe Tinsley, your batter. Strike one, 1-1. Now on Kobe. The 1-1 in the dirt. The 2-1, that went inside, ball three. So the control getting away from Graves here. That one inside, ball four.
Batting number 1, Jared Crockett.
That'll bring up top of the order, Crockett with a man on, 2 out, runner on first. As we said at the top of the broadcast, Crockett leading off this lineup, and he is on a tear. Gold glove selection in the GSAC. Coming in hitting .398. First pitch, low, a ball. Dangerous hitter, no doubt, for the Spirit. Throw to first. Nothing doing there. That ball just missing inside. A little crossed up on position there. Wasn't that far off, but catcher does have to move a little bit extra. And Crockett puts that one in play. It's a nice play made. Force out. Easy play made by Matt Land. That'll do it for OUAZ in the top of the fifth. No runs. 3-0. Vanguard coming up to bat. Top of the order due up in the 5th. For Vanguard, it'll be Aversa, Riker, and Buxton. 3-0. The Lions on top here in Game 1 of the GSAC Championship Series, live from Dean Harvey Field on the campus of Vanguard University. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's call. We are working on the internet situation here from the field. Dennis Hackerman slated to join us for play-by-play in Game 2. Big swing and a miss from Aversa for strike 1. The 0-2 fouled off. Aversa out of Fountain Valley, California. How do I know that? He's my neighbor. Father Joe, Mom Julie. Julie here today. Joe, maybe on assignment. Swing and a miss from Aversa.
Now something to flip for Vanguard.
Aversa chases, strikes out to lead off the inning. 1 gone. And here comes Riker. Johnson delivers to Riker, 0-1 in their called strike. That one off speed popped up. Easy play at short for Salazar, 2 gone. And the makings of a quick inning here
Number 8
for Gage Johnson. Johnson, who had struggled with control in innings 2 and 3. Now seemingly dialed in for the Spirit, but find themselves down 3-0 here in Game 1. That one in the dirt, ball 1. And Aki Buxton. Buxton, as we talked about, all conference selection in the GSAC. And they're going to say that hit Buxton, so Buxton will be awarded first. And that'll bring up Joe Johnson. 2 out hit by pitch. Buxton at first. And Joe Johnson. Then we're going to look at Joe. Your batter. Ball outside. 1-0. That ball in there, outside part of the plate. Strike 1. That's a good call. 1-1 on Joe. Buxton at first. 2 gone. Bottom of the 5th. That one gets dirty. 2-1. Trying to keep the scoreboard updated here for you. Again, we are having some communication difficulties with the internet being in and out, so we will try to keep you apprised of the scoreboard situation. The scoreboard on screen will maybe not always reflect the correct count. It's 2-1. Check that 3-1. Well, that was close. Buxton back safely. Well, they've already been burned once on that. Buxton will head to second. Johnson to first. on a 2-out walk.
Lions, number 9, Omar Ortiz.
And Omar Ortiz, another all-conference selection, now batting in the DH spot here today for the Lions. And he has a man in scoring position. There we can look at Omar. First and second, 2 gone. First pitch in there, strike 1. Buxton at second, Johnson at first. Well, control seemed to have come back to Gage Johnson. But as I said that, a ball that hits Buxton puts him on first, and now a walk to Joe Johnson. 1-1 on Ortiz. Well, Vanguard, an opportunistic bunch, as Jeff had mentioned earlier in the broadcast. The 1-1. That one hit well into left field. That one going to get to the wall. Will this be a ground rule double? It bounced up, and sure enough, Omar Ortiz with a ground rule double. That will score 1, second and third now. 4-0. Vanguard adds to the lead.
Batting number 25, Isaiah Lee.
Isaiah Lee, now the batter. He'll be pinch hitting. Montez will head to the mound. And might that do it for Gage Johnson? Second visit from Montez, not this inning, but in the game. Montez wants to get a beat, maybe buying some time for a pitcher in the bullpen. We did see some activity earlier in the bullpen. Montez gets a feel, and after the conversation is over, Johnson is going to come out. We will have a new pitcher. We'll get some information on the new pitcher coming up when we come back on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 4-0. Vanguard on top of OUAZ, Game 1 of the GSAC Championship Baseball Series. Cole Tidd, your new pitcher. Well, we are getting some updated rosters here for you, so as you try to get dialed in there, right now it's second and third, 2 gone. That one fouled back, 1 and 2 now. And Isaiah Lee pinch hitting. The pinch hitting for Matt Land. Connor on deck for the Lions, 1 and 2. Tidd delivers up high, off speed, gets away. Trip deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outside, 3 and 2. Count now full. First base open. Oh, it looked like it was going to be a relatively easy inning for Gage Johnson. It's turned into somewhat of a nightmare scenario. Already 1 across, 4-0. The lead has ballooned even further, and now Lee gets away from Tidd. Tidd has some control issues. This is going to bring up Connor. Connor with the bases loaded in a 2-out situation for the Lions, and they can really open it up. And Montez, another visit to the mound. And this might be a quick inning here for Cole Tidd. Quick outing, excuse me. Montez looks over, and he's going to go with a lefty. And we'll have another pitching change when we come back here on SoCal College Sports. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Vanguard looking to open it up. New pitcher Travis Bailey, excuse me, for OUAZ, and they are looking to keep it close. It's a 3-game series, double header here today. Win 2 and you're through. Bailey starts off Connor with a strike, 0-1. Bases are loaded. Swing and a miss. And Connor quickly in a hole 0-2. Bailey comes through. And shuts the door on the threat. One does get through. We'll see the sequence of pitches here from Bailey. Strike 1, 2. Bailey comes in to mow down Connor. But the lead expands to 4 for Vanguard, 4-0. We head to the 6th. SoCalCollegeSports.com presents the GSAC Championship Baseball Series here from Vanguard.
Spirit, number 7, Ben Lewis.
Ben Lewis, Salazar, and Celaya do up this inning for OUAZ. They trail it 4-0. And all-conference pitcher Justin Graves working with a 4-0 lead. Graves has had some control issues, but has been unscathed through 5 pitched. The Lions with their ace on the mound. And we wonder if the all-conference selection for OUAZ will be available. Anthony Quattrochi in street clothes earlier today, receiving his all-conference selection award. Swing and a miss from Lewis, 2-1. Swing and a miss. And Graves elevates the eye level. Now 2-2. Off speed, Lewis does stay alive. We'll get the all-conference selections for Vanguard up in between innings. It's 2-2 now as the leadoff man here in the top of the 6th, Ben Lewis. Pops it up. Will it stay in play? It will not. There we see Lewis. Two. That one laced into left field for a base hit. It's just a terrific approach by Lewis. We'll bring up Adrian Salazar, the shortstop. So leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 6th. Lewis at first. Graves goes upstairs. And a swing and a miss from Salazar, 0-1. Lewis at first. That one fouled back. We apologize, everyone. We are having some difficulties with the internet connection here at Dean Harvey Field. Trying to get that dialed in as much as we can. 0-2 on Salazar. Graves tries to go upstairs. Salazar not biting. 1-2. Lewis at first. Show that here for you. The 1-2 from Graves. Low and inside, ball 2. Graves working on Salazar. Had a 0-2, and that one inside out into right field. Lewis will hold up at second. Back-to-back singles for OUAZ. Nobody gone here in the top of the 6th. Elijah Salaya, Gold Glover for the Spirit. Now your batter. You see Elijah. Swing and a miss. Salaya had a pretty good cut. 0-1. Double play ball, but it gets past Sutton. This will score a run. OUAZ is going to get on the board. Couple of tough plays for Sutton at third here today. That had double play written all over it, but Sutton unable to come up with it. And OUAZ on the board in the top of the 6th. They trail it 4-1, still nobody out, first and second. And here comes Thomas with Spirit. Tristan Thomas, a big opportunity. Swing and a miss on the first offering from Justin Graves. 0-1. That one inside, that gets to the backstop. Runners will advance, so the force opportunity now not available for Vanguard. And Graves in a jam, officially in the top of the 6th. One already across. Well, Sutton had the first error of the game. They did not rule that ball that went into left field an error, so it was a hit, the 5th hit of the day for OUAZ. The 1-1, swing and a miss, and looks like they're going to say that Thomas got a piece of it. Was that one fouled off the knee of Arias? It was. That's a tough place to take it, especially for a catcher. Arias will stay in, of course. Catcher, usually the toughest position to play. We had a conversation in one of our previous broadcasts, me, Jeff Stoynoff, Tony Barbone, about a player for the Rockies, Miguel Olivo, who had a a legendary story of toughness. We won't get into the details of it here. That one fouled off. 1 and 2. Tristan Thomas. That one fouled off of Thomas's foot. So we'll do 1 and 2 again. And Graves been pretty timely with his punch outs. Let's see if he can score one right here. Nobody out, top of the 6th. OUAZ on the board here, trailing at 4-1, but runners on 2nd and 3rd. Graves delivers from the stretch in the dirt, 2 and 2. Two. Swing and a miss. Graves delivers. A beauty.
Now batting number 16.
Takes something off of it. Goes to the slider. Graves records the first out of the inning for Vanguard in the top of the 6th, but still a precarious situation for the all-conference selection and the Vanguard Lions. 2nd and 3rd. 1 gone. Tarver now batting. That one hit Tarver. Are they going to rule that a ball? Not entirely sure what the call is here. I mean, that clearly hits Tarver. They're going to rule that he did not try to get out of the way of the ball. So 1-0, I guess. That one fouled off. 1-1. That went over to short. Aversa should score a run. And 4-3. So the one from before, that was a pass ball that's going to score the runner. It was 4-2. And now that one over will score the runner at 3rd. So now 3 runs across in the top of the 6th. Nobody on, 2 gone. And Holland's now the batter. Graves starts him off with a strike 0-1. So a little confusion there. It looked like that had hit Tarver. Not entirely sure what the ruling was on that one. Hollins takes inside. Hollins playing first base here today. Okay, so the ball did hit Tarver earlier. Just to clarify what had happened earlier, and that one just missing for Graves. I mean, I don't know what else you want if you're the home plate ump, but that's clearly in the zone. That should have been strike 3. Instead, 2-2 now, 2 gone, top of the 6th. That one inside, and now the count full. Graves not happy. He still can't believe on the non-call. We'll have to regroup here. Still with a 4-3 lead. Nobody on. Hollins takes high, ball 4. So 2-out walk. Graves lets Hollins trickle away. Here comes Reese. So getting back to the ruling earlier, it was 2nd and 3rd. Tarver was the batter. The initial ball hit Tarver. He did not get out of the way. So the ump rules that he doesn't allow first, but because that would have likely been a pass ball, he awards home base and the run to the runner at third. It was 4-2. Tarver grounds out to short, scoring the runner at third. So here we sit 4-3. So 3 across here in the top of the 6th inning. The Lions clinging to a 1-run lead. And likely some activity in the bullpen for the Lions. Graves battling. Had Hollins ahead in the count, I believe 1-2. Thought he had strike 3, but didn't get the call. Walks him. Now here comes the catcher, Reese, for OUAZ. Let's go back to the pitch that he wanted on Hollins. I mean, that, not entirely sure what else you want if you're a home plate ump looking for a strike, but Graves didn't get the call. Stays in the inning and now behind 2-0. We'll have another look over from the home plate umpires at the dugout of OUAZ. Obviously excited this inning. They're on the board. They only trail it by 1. Game 1 of the GSAC Championship Series. As Graves gets that one over for strike 2-1. 2-1 pitch outside, ball 3. Graves just seemingly unable to recover from that non-strike call as it stands. Looking to regroup. Just takes one, does have a force opportunity. Hollins at first, 2 gone. That one lifted to right. It's a twisting foul. Will it stay in play? Not playable, and it'll be strike 2. So 3-2 now on Reese. We do have activity in the bullpen, but we cannot get a number here for you, is what I'm being told. Graves. There we see Justin. Looking in. Count full, payoff pitch. That one popped up. Should be playable. And it is. As Connor takes care of it for out number 3 with the damage done. 3 runs on 3 hits. 4-3. Vanguard looks to battle back in the bottom half of the inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Dean Harvey Field, your location of the GSAC Championship Series 2021 edition here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It'll be Arias, Sutton, and Aversa. Jeffrey Gare. Now your batter, or now your pitcher, excuse me, for OUAZ. As he delivers a strike. 0-1 on Arias. That one in the dirt from Gare. Pitch is high. Two and one. That one hit over the third. And it's a liner, and it is caught.
Now stepping up for the Lions, number 22, Chad Sutton.
See the replay here. I'll bring up Chad Sutton. Sutton. A tough day at third here today for the Lions. That went over to short. Sutton trying to leg it out. Throw in time for out number 2. So making a quick inning here for Jeffrey Gare. That'll bring up top of the order, Travis Aversa.
33, Travis Aversa.
And certainly OUAZ would like to get back in the dugout, see if they can tie it up, maybe even take the lead in the 7th. Having got finally on the board in the top of the 6th with 3 runs. Putting up a crooked number. Aversa takes strike 1 from Gare, 0-1. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you. We're trying to get Jeff dialed in. We are having some issues with the internet. We apologize for the technical difficulties today there. Aversa hits it hard over to second, but it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jeffrey Gare, and OUAZ coming to bat the bottom or in the top of the 7th. You're on SoCalCollegeSports.com. New pitcher for Vanguard, Michael Cashew. He'll deal to Tinsley, and then the top of the order, Crockett and Lewis. 6 innings pitched for all-conference selection Justin Graves, allowing 3 runs on 5 hits. Cashew delivers a ball. Crowd didn't like it. 1-0. Tinsley. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cashew from the wind outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Cashew takes something off. That one a beauty. Goes with the change. Count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one gets past Cashew in time. Check that, it gets away. See if we can go back here and watch it.
Jared Crockett.
The ball just never gets there, so the leadoff man on with Tinsley at first, and here comes the top of the order, Jared Crockett. Cashew sees Crockett showing bunt, gets a piece of it, but he pops it past the catcher. Arias unable to come up with it, but it's a strike 1. So 0-1 on Crockett. That one fouled back 0-2. And on the play that sees Tinsley at first, that was ruled an error. So the second error of the day on the Lions puts the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 7th. The Lions clinging to that 1-1 lead, 4-3. New pitcher Michael Cashew on the mound for the Lions. Tinsley bluffs at it. That ball high, 1-2. There we see Tinsley at first. Crockett at the plate, behind in the count. Cashew goes off speed, ring him up. Cashew goes to the hook, and it's a beauty. Catches the outer half. Crockett doesn't like the call, but he's out on strikes. First out of the inning here in the top of the 7th. Let's look at that one more time from Cashew. That one just backdoors its way on. Well, maybe a bit of a makeup call for the non-strike call for Justin Graves. The 1-2 count, which he eventually gets out of. Tinsley goes. Tinsley's going to be safe. Just a great jump for Tinsley. First ball in there for a strike on Lewis. Ben Lewis. Behind the count 0-1. One gun here in the top of the 7th. See if Cashew goes back to that hook. Nope. He went back to the heater, and it buries it into the back of Lewis.
Back to Spirit. Number 2, Adrian.
That one smarts. So first and second now after the hit batter. bring up Adrian Salazar. And a little nervous time here for the Lions here in the top of the 7th. As they still have the 1-run lead, but OUAZ knocking on the door with a man in scoring position. Salazar batting in the 3-hole, shortstop for OUAZ, looking to tie it up. Off speed, that one popped up. Can somebody get to it? And indeed, the play is made by Arias. Not an easy play, but Arias able to track it down. You see him stretch out for it and avoid a rough collision with the dugout on the OUAZ side. So 2 gone now. Check that. Did he drop it or? Excuse me, he dropped it. Play not made, excuse me. So it's 0-1 on Salazar. Thank you. No problem. Sorry, I have a lot going on. I'm not supposed to be remote. So 1-1, 1 gone, top of the 7th. Salazar lifts that one into left field. Will it stay fair? It won't. Diving attempt by Aki Buxton. That's a heck of an effort by Aki, laying out. See back, he just misses it by a couple feet. Buxton up. It's 2 strikes now on Salazar. See what Cashew goes to here. 1-2. That one fouled off. Hard slider from Cashew, tailing away from Salazar. Salazar able to make contact, stay alive. Stays 1-2. Nervous time from Dean Harvey Field. It's game 1 of the GSAC Championship Baseball Series. Costa Mesa, California, your venue. Salazar popped up again. Pretty good at bat here from Salazar, staying alive. Still down 1-2. Tinsley at second. Crockett struck out. Lewis hit by pitch. He's at first. Adrian Salazar with an opportunity. Can he take advantage? Cashew has some other ideas. Ahead 1-2. Off speed. No, that hits Salazar. Wow. 2 hit batters now. Yeah, comes off of Salazar. You see it right there. Ball directs off of Salazar. Base is now juiced. Here comes the cleanup hitter, Elijah Salaya. Talk about some nervous time here. Gold Glove selection in the GSAC. Elijah Salaya nowhere to put him. 1 out. And Cashew having some issues with control. 2 hit batters this inning. Does have a strikeout of the dangerous Jared Crockett at the top of the order, but he has nowhere to put the cleanup hitter Salaya. 1-0 in there for a strike. That's terrific location from Cashew. Cashew from the stretch, high with the curveball. 2-1. There you see that one into right field, a base hit. That'll tie things up at 4-all. The bases remain loaded. Elijah Salaya comes through with a one-out single.
Number 9, Tristan Thomas.
Rob Pegg going to come out and talk with Cashew. And might we see a pitching change here? Cashew with a lot of momentum after the strikeout of Crockett, but then back-to-back hit batters with Lewis and Salazar. Salaya comes through with an RBI single, notches things up at 4-all. We're in the top of the 7th. Coach Rob Pegg wants to talk things over. OUAZ, their side. He's going to stick with Cashew. It's Tristan Thomas, the third baseman for OUAZ. Now your batter. You see Tristan. First pitch on Thomas, a ball, 1-0. Cashew battling. Can he get out of the jam? 1-0. Outside, ball 2. And the Spirit 2 balls away from taking the lead here in the top of the 7th. Shut out through 5. They put up 3 in the top of the 6th. 1 already across to tie things up in the top of the 7th. That one fouled off. High drama here from Dean Harvey Field in Game 1 of the GSAC Championship Series. Two 1. Low, ball 3. Here comes the 3-1. You have to figure Thompson's going to be, oh, he's sitting dead red. This should be long enough to score the run from third with only 1 gone. They'll tag up. They'll take the lead. OUAZ 2 across here in the top of the 7th. They lead it 5-4.
For Ottawa, number 16, Nathan Tarver.
Thomas gives it a ride, and it's long enough. That'll bring up Tarver, the DH. Tarver still with second and third, 2 gone now. Cashew, curveball high, just high. Good call. Does have first base open, 1-0. Cashew has that one laced into left field. That'll score one, maybe two. It's only going to be one. What a play made in the throw by Aki Buxton. The throw beats him. Celaya out, but the damage done. 6-4, 3 runs in the top of the 6th and the 7th. Stretch time here from Dean Harvey. The Lions will look to regroup in the bottom half. There you see the replay that got the Lions out of the inning in the top of the 7th, but 3 across in the top of the 7th for OUAZ. They lead it 6-4. Jeffrey Gare is going to face Riker, Buxton, and Johnson this inning. One in there from Gare for strike one. That one low. You see Riker. That one hit well. That's a gapper. Riker. Ground rule double? No. Riker going to lead things off here in the top or in the bottom of the 7th with a lead-off double.
Aki Buxton.
Here comes all-conference Aki Buxton, who ended the inning with a fantastic throw from left field to get Elijah Celaya in the top half of the 7th. Now with an opportunity with nobody out and a man in scoring position after Riker let things off with a lead-off double. Well, Gare had been pretty impressive, but Coach Montez has shown a quick hook. I'll go out and get a feel. I wonder if they're just talking about the situation. They have the lead at 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Umpires today: Scott Jones, Pete Salcedo, Rick Nurka, and Justin Harvey. That'll do it for Gare. A pitching change for OUAZ when we come back on SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage, the GSAC Championship Series from Dean Harvey. Tanner Fallon, your new pitcher for OUAZ. Going to face Aki Buxton, the man on second after a leadoff double by Riker. Pitch high, ball one from Fallon. Oh, 1 in the dirt. Fallon a little bit off the mark to start things off on Aki Buxton. Activity continues in the bullpen for OUAZ, who has taken the lead in the top of the 7th, 6-4. Shutout through 5 innings. They have back-to-back 3 spots. Three in the 6th, 3 in the 7th. That pitch inside, ball 3. So 3 straight balls for Tanner Fallon on Aki Buxton. And Joe Johnson, the Gold Glover in the GSAC, waiting on deck. 3-0. That one chopped over to third. It's a nice stab. Up in time.
Now then for Vanguard, number 7, Joe.
For out number 1, the runner does not advance. So Joe Johnson, now your batter. Well, last time we saw Joe Johnson here at Dean Harvey Field was against the Pioneers from UAV. And he launched one to right field. And we see a repeat performance of that. Find out shortly here. First pitch swinging. He was thinking about it. Big cut, fouled off. 0-1. That one fouled off. It's going to stay in play. Looks like it will. Easy play made by Tristan Thomas at third for out number 2.
9, Omar Ortiz.
So Fallon induces a ground out and now a pop out. Both plays covered by Tristan Thomas. And here comes Omar Ortiz. Ortiz still with a man in scoring position. Off speed in there, strike 1. Fallon kicks, delivers. Ortiz gets a piece of it, but that's strike 2. So Ortiz quickly in a hole. After coming on for Jeffrey Gare after a leadoff double from Riker. Fallon looking to go 1-2-3. 0-2. That one just foul. Wow. See this one again. Just foul. Very quick indication there. No doubt about it. 0-2. Very close. Game by inches. As we often hear. Well, sports are. We'll do the 0-2 over again. Fallon delivers to Ortiz. Just misses outside. And Fallon can believe it. Let's watch this one here. He's thinking that's strike 3. I mean, look at the placement. Does not get the call. That's similar to what we saw with Justin Graves earlier in the 5th. 1-2. That one gets dirty. 2-2. Well, we saw Graves with some issues regrouping after the non-strike call. And Fallon going to have to regroup here with an all-conference selection at the plate. Nomar Ortiz, who's evened it up at 2-2. And at second is Riker. That one fouled back. Ortiz stays alive. There's Omar. OUAZ bench fired up. That one chopped over the short. This could be a tough play. Racing over and not getting there in time. The ball gets away. Riker is going to score. That'll cut the lead to 1. 6-5. Riker's in.
25.
And we'll see the chopper over the short. And this was indeed a tough play. Holland's unable to corral it. It will not award Ortiz second. This ball didn't go into the dugout, just got away. Backup was there. But now 6-5 with a man on. Ortiz at first. I believe this is Isaiah Lee. Swing and a miss. Big hack from Lee. Strike 1. Oh, 1 fouled off. 0-2. Fallon quickly ahead. That one in the dirt. Ortiz thought about it. Just a terrific job by Reese staying in front of it. Swap out balls. 1-2 on Isaiah Lee. Connor on deck. Should Lee get on? Ortiz at first, one across here, lead off double by Riker. Eventually came home. That ball gets past. Ortiz into second now in scoring position with the tying run, potentially. Trip deuces, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, Ortiz at second. Isaiah Lee, swing and a miss. Got him. The 2-2. Fallon rings them up. And we head to the 8th. OUAZ with a 1-run lead. They've scored 3 runs in their last 2 innings each. 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and looking to pad their lead, clicking to a 1-run lead. Don't go anywhere, folks. Hollins, Reese, and Tinsley this inning. First pitch fouled off from Cashew. Oh, 1. Foul. So Jordan Hollins quickly in a hole at 0-2. OUAZ 6 runs on 7 hits, 4 errors today. But they have the lead. 6-5 here in the top of the 8th. That one fouled off. 0-2, and that one struck something foul. The 0-2. That one behind Hollins. Off speed gets away from Cashew. He has had some difficulties with it. It's 1-2. Excuse me, 2-2. On Hollins, that one fouled off by Hollins. We'll do it again. Again, Hollins, Reese, and Tinsley this inning for OUAZ with a 6-5 lead in top of the 8th. Cashew looks in. Off speed, did he go? That looked like he held up. They peel down, but they don't get the call, so the count now full on Jordan Hollins. 3-2, just high. We're gonna have a pretty good look of it here. That's framed up nicely
For Ottawa, number 3,
by Arias. But Cashew does not get the call. We'll hopefully have, barring internet setbacks, Dennis Ackerman. In game 2, right now, game 1, OUAZ, the Spirit on top by 1. 6-5 in the top of the 8th. 3 runs in the 6th, 3 runs in the 7th. Lions were able to shut out OUAZ through the first 5. Justin Graves on the mound. That one bunted foul. And the Lions were the first to strike in the bottom of the 2nd with 2 runs. Added 1 in the 3rd and the 5th. Scratched 1 across, cutting the lead to 1 back in the 7th. But they trail it by 1. And start time for game 2 slated for approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of game 1. There we see Dion Reese. For OUAZ, that one bunted foul. So 2-2 now. Hollins at first. Count even. It's 2-2. Apologies, our scoreboard will be off from time to time. That ball low, ball 3. So 3-2, nobody out, top of the 8th, leadoff man aboard, and Jordan Hollins. Dion Reese looking to start a rally. Maybe get an insurance run. Another throwback to Czech Hollins. Another throwback to Czech Hollins. Three-two, there goes Hollins. And Hollins with a terrific jump. It didn't matter. It's outside, ball 4. So first and second, first 2 aboard. And you have to wonder, will Cashew stay out there? Obviously, you want to minimize the amount of arms you're going to use here in game 1. With game 2 not very far away. Winner of game 1, should they win game 2, will be your champion in the GSAC, Golden State Athletic Conference, and we will have a visit to the mound by Coach Rob Pegg. For Vanguard, this might be it for Michael Cashew. Haven't received the word yet. Trying to get a feel. Cashew has had some issues with control. In the 7th, he hit 2 batters. Resulted in the 3 runs plated in the top of the 7th for OUAZ. And Coach Pegg, after a conversation with Cashew, will be initiating a pitcher change. And we'll come back in a moment with an update as to who the new pitcher is going to be.
pitches to the line.
Jared
Number
Greer, the new
35,
pitcher
Jared Greer.
for Vanguard. Hollins at first, Hollins at second, Reese at first. Nobody out. Kobe Tinsley. Your batter? Oh, 1. High. And Dennis, are you with us?
I am indeed. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm good. Dennis Ackerman on the call here today. He will be our play-by-play man game 2. And we're trying to get Jeff Stoynoff here with you in game 1, having some internet difficulties at both locations. 1-1 now on Tinsley. Well, it's been
Jared Greer's a right.
Go ahead,
Mike. I apologize.
No, please, Dennis, go ahead.
Jared Greer is a right-hander from Anaheim, California. Went to Crean Lutheran High School. Greer is making his 13th appearance. He has a 1-1 record, a 1.93 ERA.
Bunted foul.
He has two saves this year. He has pitched 14 innings, allowed 12 hits, 3 earned runs. He has walked 8, struck out 7. Opponents hitting .245 against him this year.
Thank you, Dennis. Well, he's ahead in the count 1-2 on Tinsley. Nobody out. Michael Cashew started the inning off, but the control's been a little erratic for him. Gets the hook. And on comes Greer, looking to manage the floodgates. That one didn't miss by much. We'll see it again here. It does tail away on the outside half at the end of the pitch. So good call, 2-2.
OUAZ manager Tim Montez keeping the bunt sign on even with 2 strikes.
Interesting. Wonder if Tinsley might show bump or bring it back. 2-2. And Tinsley gets it down. It goes foul, so Tinsley will be out. Runners will go back. That one nearly paid off, but the gamble does not pay off for Tim Montez and OUAZ looking to advance the runners. And here comes leadoff man Jared Crockett. And Dennis Crockett has been on fire as of late.
Yeah, it was interesting that they kept the bunt sign on, trying to play small ball, move the runners over, get him in scoring position with less than 2 outs, try to add on a couple of insurance runs.
Tim Montez, GSAC Conference Manager of the Year. Crockett, now the batter, has been quiet today. That one over to second, double play ball. Crockett, can he leg it out? No, he cannot. Call made. We'll have a pretty good replay of it here. Yeah, and indeed, the ball's in the glove. Foot not down, double play. And just like that, the Lions out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 6-5. OUAZ clinging to a 1-run lead. Don't go anywhere, folks. Tanner Fallon comes back here to work the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Connor, Arias, and Sutton due up this inning for the Lions, trailing by a run.
Now back for the Lions, number 1, Grady Connor.
Fallon delivers ball 1. A back and forth affair here from Dean Harvey Field on the campus of Vanguard University. Game 1 of the Golden State Athletic Conference Baseball Championship Series, the GSAC. And we've got a good one. Swing and a miss, big cut from Connor.
Yeah, Connor was trying to tie it up with that swing.
Yes, he was.
If you're him, all you want to do is get aboard if you're him right now. Get the leadoff man aboard.
That one chopped foul. So 1 and 2 now. Connor behind. Connor in right field today. Arias awaits on deck. The 1-2 in the dirt.
Right now, Mikey's just up there looking to protect 2 strikes, shorten up that swing.
Well,
Just try to put the ball in play.
we've had some exchanges with changes of balls, and I wonder what that's about. It's happened a few times during this ball game, Dennis. I know you've just joined us, and that one lifted. A lot of air under it going into the gap. Ranging over in center field, Celaya, Gold Glove selection in the GSAC.
Now coming back for Vanguard, number 10.
And makes the play for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, he hit it to one of the deepest parts of this ballpark, 385 in the power alleys. Just a long out.
Yes. A pitch inside, ball 1. There we see Elijah Celaya. Swing and a miss. It's a big hack.
Fallon doing a nice job, just going right after the batter.
Yep. That one popped up. Could be trouble. Fallon and Hollins nearly get tangled, but Fallon able to come away with it. Looked like Hollins was calling off Fallon, but Fallon able to still make the play.
Yeah, you don't see the pitcher handle pop-ups in the infield very often, but he was the 5th infielder right there. Usually he'll back off and allow Hollins to make that play, but instead Fallon takes it himself. And now Vanguard down to their final 4 outs.
Here you see Elijah Celaya in center. Talked about it. Gold Glove selection in the GSAC. Fallon. Swing and a miss from Sutton.
Fallon's dialed in here, Mike, in this 8th inning, retired the first 2 hitters.
Indeed, swing and a miss again. Quick hole for Sutton. 0-2. Two up and 2 down. 0-2. Fallon delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Fallon. And he strikes out Sutton. to end it. We head to the top of the ninth, 6-5. OUAZ with a 1-run lead.
Now up to the plate for Ottawa, number 7, Ben Lewis.
It'll be Lewis, Salazar, and Celaya here at the top of the ninth for OUAZ with a 1-run lead. Jared Greer will try to keep it that way. Lewis makes contact, hits it a long way into the gap, but ranging over, making the play in center field is Riker for out number 1.
Number 2,
Oh, that was a really nice play by Riker, robbing him of extra base hits.
Indeed.
And recording the first out of the inning. You know, if you're Greer, you just want to keep it a 1-run game, and he got some fine defensive help behind him right there to begin the inning.
We'll bring up Salazar. Adrian takes ball 1 high. There is Adrian Salazar. That one hit well into left field. Could be trouble. Might drop. No. Nice play made by Aki Buxton.
Now batting for Ottawa, number 27.
You see on the replay here, Buxton with a really good jump and a near sensational catch in the field earlier in this ball game here, Dennis. And just like that, 2 outs gone here in the top of the ninth. And so far, job well done by Jared Greer. Still has to get to the meat of this order, and Elijah Celaya, now the batter for OUAZ. Twisting foul. Dennis, you still with us?
I am indeed.
Very good.
I'm not going anywhere on you, Mike, I promise.
Well, internet permitting, of course. 1-1.
Correct.
Here on Celaya. That one hit well into center. Riker with a long way to stretch, but he does. And another terrific jump on that ball. 2 outs recorded in center field by Riker. 1, 2, 3, top of the ninth, and we head to the bottom half. Vanguard looking to tie it up or walk off. It's game 1 of the GSAC Championship Baseball Series here from Dean Harvey Field.
Number 33, Travis Aversa.
Top of the order for Vanguard due up, Travis Aversa, followed by Riker with a double earlier in this one, and Aki Buxton, all GSAC conference selection.
And Mike, if you're Fallon, getting this first out is so important. Keep the leadoff man off the bases.
Yeah. Well, Dennis, as you said earlier, Tanner Fallon is absolutely dialed in and looking to shut the door here in the ninth and get OUAZ one win away from a championship in the GSAC, the Golden State Athletic Conference. Manager of the year, Tim Montez for OUAZ. He's done a terrific job for the Spirit.
What a win this would be for them.
Indeed.
Finished the regular season below 500, a game below 500. Vanguard turned in one of their best records in team history.
Aversa takes ball one. 1-0, Aversa fouls that one back.
OUAZ making their first appearance in the GSAC postseason. Vanguard, the number 9 team in the country.
That one fouled off again, so Aversa in a hole 1 and 2. Yeah, bit of an upset brewing here in game 1. 1-2. That one fouled off and fought off by Aversa. Well, obviously we have had some technical difficulties here today. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Dennis Ackerman now with you. Jeff Stoynoff was slated to do game 1 on play-by-play. Of course, we've had some of the connection issues. That one outside just missing. A pretty good look at it here. Looked like the correct call. Did we see it get in on the back door?
I think it was outside.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was outside.
We saw a similar call go the way of the Vanguard earlier in the game by Michael Cashew. But Fallon does not get the call on that one, 2 and 2, and that one fouled back by Aversa again. And Travis stays alive. But getting back to my point, a developing story potentially here in the GSAC conference, all GSAC conference selection. Anthony Quattrochi accepted his award upon the announcement this morning, but was in street clothes. That one into the gap potentially, no. Center field. That one comes over right into the glove of Elijah Salaya. One away here in the bottom of the ninth. But you talk about Vanguard, the number 9 team in the country, and OUAZ, their first appearance in the GSAC, possibly down their top pitcher. And what a win it would be for the Spirit to not only win game 1, but potentially win the series here on the road.
2 outs away from that, and 1 win away from an automatic bid.
2 outs and 1 win. Simple math. 1-0 on Riker. Riker, as we said earlier, doubled his last time up. Was responsible for the run in the bottom of the 7th. That one inside from Fallon, 2-0. Try to have Jeff on commentary, working in with Dennis Ackerman in game 2, slated for a half an hour approximately after the conclusion of game 1. That ball high, ball 3, so 3-0 now on Riker. And Aki Buxton.
Gotta believe Riker's taking all the way.
Absolutely.
Gotta believe Riker taking all the way here. Need to get that runner aboard.
Will the bat stay on the shoulder? It will, and it's ball 4. That one didn't miss by much, but Fallon doesn't get the call. Well, I don't know about you, Dennis, but I don't know what more do you want if you're Fallon.
That looked like a pretty good pitch from my perspective.
But ruled high in the ball, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Riker. Here comes Aki Buxton. And Coach Tim Montes has not been shy about going to get his pitcher. We're going to have a pinch runner. No, excuse me. Yeah, Weeks will come in at first base. First pitch in there for a strike on Aki Buxton. Is that Elijah Weeks?
That is indeed the junior out of Murrieta, California. Attended Murrieta Valley High School. Buxton is the man you want up there right now, Mike. He
absolutely
led the team with 13 home runs, so one swing and this one could be over.
Obviously a player you have to deal with kid gloves with.
And
if you're 10 or
the
foul.
Winning run right now.
Indeed. 1-1, outside ball 2. Fallon
you can
nibbling.
Tell Fallon being very careful with him. Yeah, he's being very careful with him right here.
Yeah. No. Aki Buxton's been a cookie monster this entire season. Love to see Fallon serve one up right here. Ahead in the count, 2-1 is Buxton. That one outside, ball 3. And really no shame in walking Aki Buxton. We talked about Aki earlier in the contest.
Yeah, but the dangerous thing is, Mike, you put the game-winning runner down at first base. The tying run is at second then. Good look at Buxton right there.
Shout out to Emery Johnson helping out with the graphics, putting those together. We see Buxton ahead 3-1, and I wonder if Buxton gets a green light here.
Oh, you better believe in the driver's seat on 3-1. He's looking dead ball fastball.
And that one high, ball 4. Buxton on with a 1-out walk. First and second now. Indeed, you see Fallon trying to elevate the fastball, see if he can induce a swing and a miss. And here comes Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson with a little pop in his bat as well. And behind him, it's Omar Ortiz, another All-Conference GSAC selection. Here comes Coach Tim Montes. And we are likely going to have a pitching change here at Dean Harvey Field. And the drama brewing in the bottom of the 9th. The Lions trailing 6-5, 2 aboard. We'll be back. Well, so much for not being available. Maybe he's just a late riser. Quattrochi on the mound to close things out. And the ace pitcher for OUAZ looking to shut the door on the Lions.
He is making his 15th appearance of the season, 6th out of the bullpen. He's 7-1. He's got a 2.10 ERA. This would be his first save of the year. He's pitched 68 2/3 innings, 46 hits, 30 runs, just 16 of those earned. Outstanding strikeout to walk ratio. 76 Ks, Mike, just 16 walks. And opponents hitting just a $182 against him.
Well, I have to imagine he's probably going to get the nod in game 2. Of course, game 1 in a 3-game set, specifically a doubleheader, you have to imagine, it's just so important. You have to imagine that he's either going to be available. Do they maybe get him, a small bullpen session today? Is that what they're considering this is going to be? And then maybe have him go tomorrow in the event that it does go 3 games.
That could be the strategy. Or they let him get the final 2 outs here if he can. Record the save, get the win, jump ahead in the series 1-0, and then possibly starts game 2 later on today, and then put him on a pitch count. First things first, he's got to record the final 2 outs. You see the tying run down at second base.
First and second, only 1 out. First pitch, a strike from Quattrochi. As we said, all GSAC conference player selection. The ace up the sleeve for Coach Tim Montez. He's ahead 0-1. That one outside, 1-1. Mike Cepedas, Jeff Stoynoff, Dennis Ackerman with you on today's coverage. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. That one chopped over to second, could be 2. That might do it, and it does. Game 1 in the books, 6-5. Quattrochi comes in. 3 pitches. Well, the pitch count stayed low. And exactly what the doctor ordered for OUAZ. And it's a final here from Dean Harvey in game 1. Well, Dennis, you were late to the party, but any final words?
I mean, that's just a huge win for OUAZ coming in here, a huge underdog, and to steal game 1. They're just playing with house money now.
Yeah.
See if they can make it 2 in a row here this afternoon.
And the Lions on the brink of elimination. They will go down into an 0-1 hole into game 2. And the start time for game 2 slated for about a half hour from now. We'll keep you posted on the website. We will sign off here shortly. SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage of the GSAC Championship Baseball Series from Dean Harvey Field. Again, your final 6-5. OUAZ on top of Vanguard. We'll see you in about half an hour.